Hello everyone, today I want to show you the incredible new voxelization for the vegetation in Unreal Engine. It's a new experimental feature and in my test which I will show you, it boosted the FPS about 20% from 100 to 120 FPS, which by the way is my maximum, so it's maybe a little bit more. And it improved the visual quality while doing this. So it's a great system. Let's start. I have an example PCG graph that spawns dense forest with trees and bushes and grass in order just to demonstrate the system. I have enabled the voxelization for my trees, and in order to use the voxelize option for Nanite trees, you need to have an Unreal Engine 5.7. So go into your project settings and search for Nanite, and you need to enable this Nanite foliage experimental feature. And after you enable it, you need to restart the engine. And for each Nanite static mesh, if you go into the details, when you have enable Nanite support for the mesh, you have the option of shape preservation. You can have it to none, which is the default, I believe. You can have preserve area, which was used with Nanite meshes of vegetation with opacity maps that were common before the fully modeled trees came from the new Nanite support and the newest voxelize version. And let me disable the PCG graph for a while just to show you the example of how these things affect your mesh and why I believe you should use the voxelize one. So let's disable the graph and let's place some tree mesh, some grass mesh and some bush just to represent our level a little bit closer. So I'll also copy them a couple of times in the distance just to show the difference in the preservation. So let's open, for example, the grass and change the preservation mode from voxelize to none. And let's hit save. And first you need to apply the changes. So after you change the shape preservation, hit the apply changes and then click the save button. And you can probably tell, let me take it out of the shadow of the tree, but you can probably tell that it's a little hard to see the shape when it's in the distance with no shape preservation. If I go back and enable the shape preservation with preserve area, which was the older method, let's hit apply changes, and you can see that it does better job of preserving the shape of this grass in the distance. So let's go back again to none and hit apply, and you can see that you can barely see this grass, but if I have the preserve area and apply, you can see it much better. So this was the old method, and the new method, which is voxelize, if I apply the changes, you can again see that the grass is still visible in the distance, so it works great as preserving the detail like before, but it also will improve your FPS and the performance of your game. And let me show you why it will improve it. So let's copy a couple of times this tree, and let's choose the tree model and change the shape preservation to the old preserve area mode, and let's save it. And let's now go change the Nanite visualization to overdraw. And let me apply the changes because I didn't apply the changes still. So when I hit apply changes, this is the preserve area. You can see that we have a huge amount of overdraw. This whiter areas means that there is an overdraw for the tree. This means that this pixels needs to be rendered multiple times. And if you have a forest covering the entire level, you can imagine that this is not good. So if I change to the new voxelize method and hit apply change, you can see that there is very limited amount of overdraw. Nothing quite like before. And because if I go back to my example of the PCG area covering the level, so let's enable the PCG graph again. And now our full level is covered with this trees and grass. So now, as you can imagine, the overdraw would be really, really bad for this scenario. And let's show you another great tip that if you want to change multiple meshes, for example, if I change this tree to preserve area, hit apply changes, then this tree, scroll back, preserve area, apply changes, and so on for every single mesh I have, it's really, really slow. But what you can do is select multiple meshes, and they're not even in the same folder. So I have 3 different folders for my meshes, and I add them all to my favorites folder, and I shift select all of them, then shift select all of the meshes that I use in this example, right click, then go into the asset actions, edit selection in property matrix, and here into the Nanite settings of these meshes, you can check the shape preservation method of all of them and change it. So I'll change all to voxelize, hit save. Let's go now to the Nanite overdraw, and you'll see there's almost no overdraw except here into the closest area to the camera. But if I go and change again into my property matrix all the assets to preserve area, which was the old recommended method for doing vegetation, you can see that there is a huge amount of overdraw and my FPS tanked to 100. So this is 20% FPS less than I had before. What this system does is, and let me change back the setting to show you. What it does is, I'll change it to voxelize and save again. So what this system does, when the distance is far enough so that this geometry is smaller than a pixel, it will change it to a voxel. And this like a cube floating in the air for these trees. And it will change this dense mesh for each tree. So if I zoom to these leaves and change to the wireframe mode, you'll see that each leaf is a very, very dense mesh. And if I go back to lit mode, and I'll now change a console variable to show you what it does in the distance, but I'll force it to make it closer to the camera. So I'll put the variable r.nanite.view mesh AOD bias offset, and I'll set it to 4, for example. And you can see that here, where my tree is close to the camera, I can see the model of the leaves, but when it gets a little bit further away, it starts to be converted to cubes. And the farther away it is, like here for example, the cubes are bigger. So this is what reduces the overdraw. If I change to the overdraw mode, and you'll see that these cubes does not allow the distant trees to be shown behind them. So this reduces the overdraw, which is created by this kind of stacked models next to densely stacked polygons next to each other. And if I go back to the original value for the offset of 0, you can not even see the cubes. They are so far away. The size is so little that it's just the area of a pixel. So it does not reduce the visual quality of your scene, but it increases the performance a lot. And this is a great feature, and it combined with the newly created procedural vegetation editor, it can bring great detail in your game. I'm just featuring the voxelization part of the newest features, but I'll make another video on why we should now use skeletal meshes as trees to improve performance and the different type of optimization that happen there. But for the voxelization, I hope that you understand now how it works and how to apply it to your project. If you like the video, please like and subscribe for the channel. And if you join the channel, you can watch the videos a week earlier. And I want to thank especially to the highest level of members, the channel sponsors. You allow me to continue to do this, and I'm very grateful for that. So guys, I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.